Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Now you've had about 24 hours now to process this. Has it sunk in yet that you are the winner of the voice, or are you still trying to adjust to it?
I I think I'm getting more used to it as the hours go by, but it's very
Okay.
great.
Now we've covered this show every year, and I think seeing your reaction, you were so shocked. I mean, what were you saying to Grace right beforehand, and what were you thinking?
I was just telling Grace I loved her because I love her so much, and it's a very like stressful situation that we were in. So I was just excited to be there and so happy to be sitting up there with her. So I was genuinely really surprised when they called my name. So.
Yeah, you definitely seem like you were. Now take us back just to a little bit when you made that decision to go with Now as your coach. What made you think? Did you know right away when you were auditioning he was going to be your coach, or did you debate it when you had an option between
It
him
was
and Blake? Yeah.
it was super in the moment, and he is such a genuine guy, and he was talking about like nerves and how he totally understood where I was coming from and saw that I had more to give. So I'm just I think I went with him because of all of those things, and I think my decision was a good one. So.
Yeah, it definitely was. And it's the first time he's a coach and his first time winning. And one thing I like about him is that he has been through this competition, so he knows what it's like to go through it. What do you think some of the best advice he gave you about being a contestant? And do you think by him having that experience, do you think that gave you a little bit of an upper hand just of how to react in the situation every week?
Yeah, I know, and I think the biggest piece of advice, and I've said it quite a bit, but it really is so like real for me, is being prepared is the best thing to combat your nerves. Um, if you know that you've put in all the work and you know that in like your muscle memory, you know the song and you know what you want to do with it, then it helps you to not be as nervous because you know that you are prepared. So that's a super big thing for me.
Cool. And what do you think was maybe some of your highlights? Like what were some of your favorite performances? We all have ours, but think of you as the contestant. What were some of your favorite performances that you did throughout the season?
Um, I think my semifinal performance was a really fun one for me to do. I was nervous, obviously, because it was our first live performance, but my set was so fun. I love my outfit, and that song is such a fun song to do. Um, so I think that was one of my favorites, but I really do. I like them all, minus my blind audition.
Now, what do you think? Have you had a chance to really sit down and talk to your family? Like, were they there? What was their reaction? Did they give you any advice about just being the end of the season?
They unfortunately were not able to come, but I have talked to them at length about it, and everything that's happened. So they're so happy, and they couldn't be prouder. Now I'm just like so grateful that they could be in this with me, and they're so happy.
Cool. And when do you think you're going to be going home and seeing everybody? I know you're at a press run right now, but when do you know yet when you're going to be home? And what's the first thing you're going to do when you get back home?
I think I go away for a bit, and I'm really excited to sleep in my bed and see all my animals and my family and everything.
Yeah, most people always say sleep. They-
Yeah.
yeah, they mostly say sleep. Now, people who watch this show every year, or they want to try out, or they may be thinking about it. What's the best advice you think that someone has given you throughout this competition that you'll take with you and that will help somebody else if they ask you about advice of trying out for the show?
I think the biggest thing is to just be yourself and don't do anything that is not authentic to you. Um, I think it's really important that you're doing your own thing and that you like what you're doing. Because it is a reality show, but it is like you and you're a real person, you know, who has wants and dreams and a story to tell. So just do your thing. Don't let someone else let you make you do anything. Like you have your own voice and everything.
And how did you celebrate? Did you go out? Did you have fun? Did you talk to the other contestants? What exactly did you do to celebrate?
I just spent time with everybody, and we were all together, just having a good time. And I did eat a piece of pizza, so that was really good.
Now I know living in LA is probably like an adjustment. What do you think the biggest adjustment for you? I know you're originally from Chicago, the Illinois area, which is my hometown actually. And what do you think the big adjustment for you? Just living in Illinois one time, and you moved to Sacramento, and then now being down in LA for an amount of time.
There's just a lot of things to do here.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And there's just a lot of people, and there's like a lot of things going on all the time. So it's definitely a big difference, but I don't mind it as much anymore.
Yeah, that is a big difference. And what do you think you're gonna miss the most about this whole experience?
Just the people. I made so many friends and done so many fun things. So the people are really going to be the biggest thing that's hard to let go of now.
And what do you think you learned the most about yourself during out this competition?
Just that I have a lot more in me than I thought I did, and I can do a lot more things than I thought I could. So.
Cool. Now, Chance and Blake and also Kelly gave you a lot of compliments throughout the season. What do you think are some of the best things they've said about you, or some of the best advice they may have given you just during the competition?
They've been so sweet to me. My favorite thing that ever got said is when Blake told me that I do a lot of weird, crackly things with my voice. I think that's like his exact thing that he said. And that was really cool. And Kelly's support has been so amazing. I love her so much, and Chance has had nothing but nice things to say, and in every performance he's always so sweet. And of course Niall says nice things about me too.
And then and who are some of your musical inspirations? Like some of the favorite artists you like or like to listen to?
My favorite is Adele. She's been my favorite since I was a kid. She is my biggest icon ever, and I think she's amazing.
Cool. And lastly, I want to find out from you, what do you think, was there any songs that you wanted to sing on the show that you didn't get an opportunity to? Maybe it was just you didn't have time, or just in the planning of it, or?
I really feel like I got to do all the things that I wanted to do, and I wouldn't change any of the things.
That is perfect, and you got to win, so it definitely worked out. And lastly, what's next for you? I know you get to go home for a little rest, and you got a record and all that. What do you think? What do you think is next for you, or what would you like to see next for you?
I just would love to put music out, and sing. It's what we're all about, and what it's been about since the beginning. So.
That'll be great. I want to thank you for taking the time out and talk with us. I also want to say I really liked your performance of Wicked Game. It was really great. It was definitely a great performance, and I really enjoyed watching you all season long, and look forward to your success, and hopefully everything will work out for you. And we'll talk to you next time you make it to the LA area.
Thank you so much.
No problem. You have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Belinda.
You're welcome.